Today, I want to answer the question, does dehydration affect performance? The answer is yes, yes, and yes. So we know that just a 2% dehydration level in the body can equate to about a 10% decrease in performance. So as dehydration gets worse, performance typically declines. That's bad news for an athlete, because if you show up to a workout, to a training session, or to a game or a competition dehydrated, you are already at a deficit, especially if your teammate and or your opponent is well hydrated. So as an athlete, it is essential that you are staying on top of your hydration over the course of the day. One of the best ways to monitor your hydration is to look at the color of your urine. Your goal is for it to be pale yellow to clear. If it's apple juice and darker, bad news. That means you need to start hydrating with water, a sports drink, milk, chocolate milk, smoothie, whatever you can do to hydrate and get it back to that pale, clear color. Now, most of the time, athletes are going to be more dehydrated in a few different scenarios. If you train in the morning when you haven't drank anything all night, you're more likely to be dehydrated. If you're training twice a day, that can make it really challenging to stay on top of your hydration, and you might be more likely to be dehydrated. If it's hot and humid outside, taping this video, it's August. That means it is real hot, and I live in Texas. If you are training out in the heat this summer, or as you're going into fall camp for sports, it's hot and humid. That means you are more likely to be dehydrated because you're sweating more. So those are three different places that you really need to focus on your hydration so that you can at least delay dehydration. Sometimes it's hard to prevent it during a training session or a game, but you can at least delay it. We don't want you to suffer from bad performance simply because you're dehydrated. And oftentimes I see athletes not paying attention to their hydration regularly, and they're showing up to practices at a deficit. And the other problem with this is that dehydration can have a lot of other negative health consequences and side effects. It can make you feel nauseous, tired, dizzy. It can sometimes make you feel lightheaded. Obviously, we know that dehydration can contribute to muscle cramps. So as an athlete, thing number one, be carrying a water bottle with you consistently over the course of the day. If it's hot and humid, you're training multiple times a day, or you're a heavy sweater, be sure that you're adding electrolytes to your fluid throughout the daytime. And then around a workout, make sure you are drinking consistently water or sports drink. That's going to help give you fluid and electrolytes. And then monitor the color of your urine. That is your telltale sign that you need to hydrate. And the thing I remind athletes is that that is a free, cheap test that doesn't require anybody to help you. So being aware and staying on top of your hydration is key. And remember, water is a great hydrator, but you can also get a lot of nutrition in your beverages. So if you're drinking a sports drink around practice, that's going to contain carbohydrate and electrolytes like sodium and potassium. If you drink other beverages during the day, like milk, chocolate milk, post-workout shakes, smoothies made with milk, yogurt, and fruit, those are excellent ways to not only get in fluid, but to also get in carbohydrate and protein. The key as an athlete is you want to stay on top of your hydration, but don't just be drinking fluid that has no real point to it, like energy drinks and soda and sweet tea and other sugary beverages. Those give your body sugar with no additional nutrients. If you are going to drink outside of water or a sports drink, your goal is to fuel your body with carbohydrate, protein, nutrients, and electrolytes. So as you go about your day, your school routine, and your training schedule, be sure that you have a water bottle with you and that you have a plan for your hydration, not only during the day, but pre, during, and post-workout. Because remember, in order to perform optimally, your hydration status needs to be optimal as well.